All right, so we are switching gears a little bit here to another side of our business, something that we call seller owner finance. Um, the property that we're calling on today, the current owner has no debt on the property, and so we actually found this property on Zillow. It is currently listed on market. The asking price is pretty high, and so we've been working terms with the seller, getting him down on the asking price to something that makes a lot more sense. So now we are in the realm of dealing with the terms. So a couple of terms here that we can negotiate on. Obviously, how much money down, the interest rate on that money, and a couple of things like a balloon and the loan being amortized over a certain amount of years. So currently, when we first started, he was asking about a little over 400,000. He wanted 10% down at a 6.5% interest rate with a 10-year balloon on a 35-year amortization rate. Now, a few of those terms just don't make sense. He is asking too much, which even makes the terms worse. So now we have them at about the 350 asking price. They do want a little bit more down, so now they're asking for 12% down. We were able to get the interest rate from 6.5 down to 5%, and still running with a 10-year balloon and a 35-year amortized loan. So, the next part here, I think to get this deal done, and to either if we want to take it on and purchase it ourselves, or if we want to go find a buyer, this amount down needs to be a little more realistic. So I'm shooting for about 8% down here. If we can get 8% down and keep all the other terms about the same, I think he actually has a good shot at getting this thing sold. So now it's time to make it happen. We'll get him on the phone here. Dan, how you doing, sir?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a long day, but we're still going here. How's your day going?
So far, so good. Thank you.
Awesome.
Been long, but good. Quite well. Thank you.
Hey, that's a good thing, right?
Yep.
All right. So hey, I have a couple things to kind of go over with you here and see if we can kind of get to a good ground on these terms. I think we have a good shot. Okay.
Okay.
So I kind of want to go over what we were kind of talking about yesterday. I think we were in the 350 purchase price range, and we were looking. I think you were on about 12% down. We were at a 5% interest rate with a 10-year balloon across a 35-year amortization. So I think we're really close here. Now, for my team, it is very tight. These numbers are right there. And so I'm trying to figure out a couple of ways that we can benefit each other to really put this in a place that works for both of us.
Okay.
Now, to put it out there too, Austin is a great market. We do like Austin. It's a good market for us. It's not our main market, but I think if we can get the terms to a slightly better place. I actually also have some people in my network that buy a lot of seller financed homes that would take a look at it as well. So I think we can have some more options for you. So this is kind of what I'm thinking now. The 350. My assumption is that's probably right at about retail value, maybe slightly above retail value. And so I want to do one of two things here. I think there's a chance that we can actually get a little bit more money on that purchase price. But the big kind of kicker here for especially my team and most investors that do this is the down payment. And I know that's a big thing for you. And so, we had that at 12%. And that comes out, I think it was around the $42,000. And so the issue that we're seeing, that we're really seeing here, is that for a long-term renter, we're kind of breaking even. And so if anything happens at the house, and I know the house is in good shape, and all the major things are in good shape, obviously.
Yeah,
and so
it is.
right, but obviously you have tenants pipes break, things happen, and so if anything happens, now we're upside down, and so we can't really, for us, it's turning into maybe like a midterm rental or possibly even an Airbnb. The problem is when we go that route, we now have to invest money into like furniture and listings and setting it up, right? So it's like, okay, so that's still a possibility though. But this is what I'm thinking would really kind of make this deal work. I'm thinking that, if we can get the price up to maybe about 360, and then do an 8% down payment. Let's see what that comes down to. 360.
Would we do 400 with 8% down?
I don't think any, like my group won't do that, and I don't think any investor is going to do that, unfortunately. I think it's just the area and the rent capture is just not quite there for the cash on cash return. It's just limiting a little too much. I would say I bet there's a chance to maybe get to 370. 370. Let me see that cash on cash real quick. 370.08. 370 times 0.08. So that'd be a little shy of about 30 grand in your pocket. Because we also have to take into account the other fees, right? So we have closing costs, transaction fees.
Which is not much.
Yeah, not too much.
Cost, there's no realtor associated with it or
Thankfully,
anything like that, which is the big part.
I would say you're probably looking about 2% of the purchase price typically, right?
Actually, when I was looking at our closing costs when we bought the property, it comes out to, I think it's much less than 2%.
Maybe
of the purchase price.
Gotcha. And so I am saying both sides, right? So I am saying
about 2,500 to 3,000. So maybe it's 4,000, but not more. I think
that's probably about
is way too much.
I would because I'm taking it from the buyer covering both sides of it. So I would probably think 1.5 is. We can try to keep it at 1.5.
I don't know. I think it's less, but okay.
Maybe.
We have a title company here, which we deal with for many, many years.
Okay.
And when I was looking at the deals that we did with them over the many years, that's kind of what I've seen.
Sure. There will be
go ahead.
Sorry. There will be a little bit more of a fee because the attorney will have to create the note that will be put on the deed, right?
That's right.
There will be a promissory note that they have to charge for, and that's usually $300 or $400. So not too much more, but let's say it is 1 to 1.5%. I don't think that's the biggest issue if we can kind of make this work. Are you comfortable with 370 with 8% down?
If we do 400 with 8% or 7.5% down and lower the interest rate a little bit, so your monthly payment is not that high.
Okay. Let me write that down. So let's see if we can see 400, maybe 7.5 down.
7.5 down. How much would that be? That's 30,000.
Yes. Let's see. Well, let's see. So 400 times 0.07. So 7.5% down on 400,000 is about 30 grand.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So let me note that. Interest. Let me pull up my calculator. Okay. Let me say 4%. And are you okay with going down to maybe about 4% on the interest rate?
We're thinking 4.25%.
4. Okay, let me see what that comes to. 1, 2, 5. Okay, and then we could stick with the 10-year balloon. And doing it this.
Would you be okay with a?
Go ahead.
With a balloon after 7 years instead of 10 years?
That's becoming a little tough, just because of where the market's at.
Or let's say 8 maximum.
How about we do this? let me pitch it. We can do an 8-year balloon, and then the property has to be worth 110% of the purchase price. If not, then maybe it extends 12 months. Does that sound fair?
So minimum 8 years, maximum 9 years.
So I would say, let's see. So in 8 years, if it's worth, say, if the market brings it to a $440,000 value, then you can exercise the balloon. If not, then it would extend 12 months. And it would keep extending 12 months until it's worth 440,000 or more. That's just so we can get a refinance loan on it. If not, if it sticks at, like, say, the 400,000 mark, then you're pulling a lot of money out of the pocket to make it happen.
So 8 years if the property value goes up minimum 10%, otherwise 9 years.
Correct.
But final balloon payment is after 9 years, no matter what the price with the market value would be.
It's final in 15 years. It has to trade at a certain value. It's either final.
I mean, I would be surprised that the market value is that low at that point, but
I would too. I would too. But it's just a slight, it's a protection, right?
Right, exactly.
I would say this. I would say maybe 2 years of extension, and I think that would make it a little more comfortable. So I would say 8 years, and then a possible 9. And go ahead.
Can we do 7 years if the market is at 10% increase, and then 9 years maximum?
Well, we're going backwards here.
Well, it gives you the 24-month time frame.
It's easier to sell a deal with just 10 years. When you have all these.
Yeah.
My wife would really she wanted really 7 years. I talked to her last night about it. So that's why I'm thinking that way.
I think 7 years would be doable if the purchase price was lower. That's the only trip I have right now. I would be comfortable with that deal at the 370 mark. Does that make sense?
No. Yeah, I understand.
But yeah, it's maybe too low for you.
You said either 7 years with a 24-month extension or the balloon payment, but the purchase price is 370, or we keep it at 400, and then it would be 8 years with a maximum extension of 24 months.
Correct.
Okay.
And I think that
I talked with her about it. My gut feeling would be we would choose the latter option with the higher purchase price.
Okay, so the 8-year balloon with the 24-month possible extension. Okay. Let me take this back to my team, and then if they're good with it, I'll let you know. Hey, okay. I think we can make something happen here, and send over the contract and.
And the loan term would be 35 years or 30 years?
It would be 35 because of the what it comes out to on the monthly.
Yeah, we would be okay with that.
Okay. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything here. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go over it with my team one more time. Make sure that we can that monthly cost is in a place that makes sense. We'll get it under contract. Move. And then I'll show it to a couple of my investors as well. See if any of them will take it for us. And hey, I think I think these make a little more sense for everybody too. So let me go with my team. Let's see what we can do for you, and I'll let you know. Hey, good to go, and I'll be sending some paperwork, and we can kind of go from there. How's that sound?
That sounds good.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you. We'll be talking. Let me work on this, and let me make sure I could we can help you out here. All right.
I would want to get a little bit more information about your company, of course.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Who we're dealing with, and so if you can, it doesn't have to be now, but before we sign anything, I really want to do a little bit of homework and make sure everything is proper, of course. Which I am 100% convinced it is, or 99.9%, but 0.1% I want to,
of course,
have our safety net a little bit,
Of course, of course. And if you ever want to talk to some of the real estate agents we've worked with in the past, or other sellers we've worked with in the past, we can always set that up as well. So,
Referrals would be good. Yeah.
awesome. And my goal here too is, if it's something that our team is hesitant on, I mean, we have very good, investor base that love seller finance deals, do them all the time, and so we can at least get someone to work on this thing for you. So I think these terms are definitely doable. We just got to make sure that the monthly lands. Really, a lot of it comes down just to what that monthly cost is, moving forward. So let me make sure I can get a cash on cash rate that makes sense for everyone, and we'll go from there. And then any information you need, we'll happily give your way and go from there.
Sounds good.
Awesome, Jerry. Well, I appreciate your time, and hey, we'll be in contact. Okay.
Sounds good, James. Thank you.
No problem. Bye. So this actually went two ways for us, but the asking price did go up here, but the down payment went down $12,000, which is now I think in a much better spot. 7.5% down. Interest rate went down, almost 3/4 of a point. That's great. And then we got the balloon. The balloon's not the best balloon, but 8 years is still a pretty good balloon. 8 years with a possible 24-month expansion or extension, I should say. And then what really kind of helps us here is making over a 35-year amortization schedule. So next part is putting this into a calculator, make sure that these numbers still do make sense, and getting it under contract. We'll see if we can get a better deal than this, and maybe we hold on to the better deal. Maybe we hold on to this one, but we could also shop this thing out. So we'll see what happens. If you want to do one of these deals with me, if you want a deal like this, please email me, and we can connect.